Hey there, I'm Matt Clark, and I'm excited to bring you this special interview I just did with Ezra Firestone. So, he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for years. He's one of the top people in e commerce teaching it, especially on Shopify. He's exited a brand, done very, very well, just bought another big brand, and we're going to talk about how he's preparing his businesses during the current economic climate, which has been very uncertain and nobody knows where it's going to go, but we know e-commerce is going to keep growing. So let's jump into it. I'm excited to bring this interview to you. All right, thanks for joining me, Ezra. So first I'd like to talk about, you and I, we haven't really connected other than our brief kind of chat a few minutes ago. Like, what have you been working on the past year or so?
So I bought a company in 2022 January called Overtone.co, which is a semi-permanent color conditioner for your hair. So if you want blue hair, I got you. You want purple hair, I got you. And it's been a really interesting process because I bought this company that was dysfunctional, was losing about 400 grand a month when I bought it. And within 90 days, I had it break even. And then over the last year, it made about 500K in profit around, let's call it 15 million in revenue. So I took a company that was dropping fast and I rebuilt the whole thing. And it was really a cool sort of opportunity to go back to the fundamentals of business, which is what I'm going to talk about at SellerCon. I'm going to use this as a case study. I'm going to share with people how I did this because I had to rebuild marketing. I had to rebuild advertising. I had to rebuild product development. I had to rebuild sort of customer support, copywriting, just the entire infrastructure that makes an e-commerce business work. I had to go in and rebuild from a thing that was crumbling. And it's been really fun and a cool project. And it was scary because it was like, this might not work. I might be out a whole bunch of money here.
Were you the only person who bought it? I don't really know. Like,
So
was it
yeah,
mostly your money
so
or do you have a partner? Or?
nope. I put in $1 million of my
Hmm.
own money, and then I had investor partners, same people who actually bought into Boom. I love these folks. They are really wonderful to work with, and they bring a level of sophistication in sort of corporate structure, financial analysis, teams, legal that I didn't have. Right, I'm a marketer, a product guy, a storyteller. I'm pretty good at virtual teams, but when these cats who are my business partners, they own, I mean, big companies, billions of dollars in companies. And so it's another level. Like their companies are doing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. My companies are doing tens of millions of dollars. And so just seeing how people operate at that level, you start to really understand the value of corporate structure. I've tried to stay away from corporate structure. Hey, I'm the entrepreneur guy, but like if you want scale, you need structure, systems, processes, routines, like and they've showed me a lot. They showed me a lot of blind spots that I had about how to scale an organization.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So these are the same people that you essentially sold Boom to. Now they're partnering with you on another deal, even outside of there.
Yeah, I sold 70% of Boom, but I I,
Hmm.
I maintained 30% ownership in the company, and I am still the day-to-day CEO. So
Hmm.
kept my company, I kept running it. I just brought in partners who could help me move to retail, who could help me go international, who could help me with supply chain logistics, who could help me with legal and HR and like these things that Boom had gotten too big for me as a scrappy digital entrepreneur guy to manage. And when you think about it this way, imagine Boom at 40 million in revenue, okay? And let's call it 7 or 8 million in profit. In order to do 40 million in revenue, I need at any given time a couple $1 million in inventory. I need a couple $1 million in the bank to cover cash flow and general administrative expenses. And you have one down year like last year, right? 2022 was the hardest year in e-commerce since I have been involved. You could go bankrupt because, hey, there's millions of dollars in profit, but you also need a bunch of that to run the business. And so as you get bigger, you kind of need bigger pockets to sort of handle the natural swings in a business.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So just to kind of give, so that's what you're going to be talking about at SellerCon is kind of how you turned around this business from
Yeah.
losing 400K a month to all of a sudden doing well. I know it's growing, I think on a revenue basis, but also completely turning around the profitability. What's one thing you could give people that would be like, oh, this was like a big lever we pulled, and that'll kind of then we'll get into kind of what people are going to get for getting a ticket, all that kind of stuff. But like, once one of the big things you did.
Well, it's a lot of stuff that you already talk about, right? You talk about average order value a lot. And my session is going to be called Profit First: How to Thrive During a Recession. And yes, I'm going to give the case study of Overtone, but it's like we're going into a down period in the overall market, high level. but that doesn't have to be the case for your business. And if you focus on profit, like for example, when we bought Overtone, the average order value was $45. Within 3 months, I had that at $65 through upsells, through price raises, through bundles, through merchandising strategies. So I'm going to be giving specific examples of how exactly we turned this business around with things like how we manipulated the average order value, how we stopped losing money on shipping, how we modified the promotional calendar, how we changed the advertising structure, like just all those things that are fundamentals that everybody already knows about, but what's actually working right now in those areas.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. So a lot of people watching this will have heard me talk about average order value, all that kind of stuff. And I got, 90% of that from Ezra. And then I kind of went from there. So love it. So you've spoken, so that's what you're going to talk about at SellerCon. You've spoken at, I think, every single one of our past big events, if not, most of them for sure.
I had a guy,
every single one.
I had a guy the other day was like, "You don't remember me, but I won the Rochambeau contest on stage at Amazing.com, Las Vegas."
Yeah, Ezra's the only person I think who's ever negotiated like 90-minute speaking slots. Most people were like, we don't know how it's going to go. You'll get 30 minutes. And Ezra's like, hour's not long enough. I need an hour and a half.
Yeah, I need time. So, man, just to talk about your conferences, nobody does events better than you guys. Nobody. I mean, you guys are incredible at this, and you bring together such a wonderful community of people who are all enthusiastic, who want to help each other. You have speakers who are not talking about fluff, who are giving real actionable value. And I think there's something that happens when you step away from the day-to-day responsibility of your life, of taking out the trash, of feeding the dog, and you just focus on your business for a couple days with like-minded people. You get shaken up, you get ideas, you get inspiration, and you come back revitalized, re-energized, and with a whole bunch of action items to take away and implement in your business. And I go to SellerCon not to speak, but for that experience. I like speaking. I especially love talking to a group of people when they can't talk back. I'm on stage, everybody's on mute. I get to say whatever I want. I love this experience, but I also go to SellerCon to attend the sessions, to hang out with people like you, to meet other folks, to see what's going on in the industry, to be a part of of what you curate there, because you guys do such a good job at it. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So last thing I want to cover real quickly is you've decided, and we kind of convinced you, but you've decided of your own free will to throw in a bonus for everyone who grabs their ticket to SellerCon. So can you talk real quick about what that is?
Yeah, so I put together a course called the Ambassador Blueprint. And my viewpoint is that most brands are not taking as good advantage of their customer database as they could in terms of getting them to produce user-generated content that the brand can then use for ads, for emails, on landing pages, in remarketing. And so I put together a course of how I do this at Boom, how I get my customers to deliver to me really wonderful testimonials showing why they use my products, what the benefits of the products are, and then how I edit them together and use them in ads. And we sell it every day for $300. It's a really wonderful course. People buy it. It's great. And if you come to SellerCon, I'm going to give you that because I think this is it's not that hard to implement. Every brand can use it. The brands that are really investing in UGC, it's not the only thing they do, but as a core pillar of what they do, they do way better on social. They do way better in ads. Their landing pages convert better because what a prospective buyer cares about is not what you have to say about yourself. It's what other people have to say about you. And you look way more legit and way more real if you can get your customers to say why they love you. And that's what this course will teach you how to do.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah. I was literally just talking with Charles yesterday because it's like, we spend a lot on Facebook ads like you, and we're kind of just burning through creative all the time. And so we literally have to do like another round of getting exactly what you're talking about. Like we haven't built that kind of system yet. So love it. So
dude, you need to go
really
through the Ambassador Blueprint.
I know, I do. Sweet. So so that's going to be included for everyone who ends up getting their ticket to SellerCon. And so you'll see a link above or below this video. You'll be able to grab your ticket. We're throwing in about $5,000 worth of stuff already. And this is getting thrown in there on top of it. So crazy offer for everyone. Really want to appreciate you, Ezra, for taking the time to do this quick video and for throwing in the bonus.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see you all there. Join us. Austin, Texas. Terry Black's barbecue, baby. I don't know if you're going, but I'm going. I'm getting me some Terry Black.
Yeah, the place is delicious. All right, so you just heard about Ezra's awesome bonus he's throwing in when you get your ticket to join us this June live and in person at SellerCon. Now I want to walk you through everything else you're going to get because it's absolutely insane. So I'm jumping over here to the page, which you can access if you go to go.sellercon.com. If you just go to the SellerCon website, sellercon.com, you'll see all the speakers and everything. But this is a special page we set up just to talk about the bonuses. So First off, you're going to get access to all 3 days of the sessions, June 1st through 3rd. You're going to get a premier admission ticket to the top event for 2023 in e-commerce. You're going to get access to the live event party, which will be an awesome way for you to meet people during the event. We're going to give you access to the recordings so you don't have to worry about feverishly taking notes on everything. We'll give you the recordings so you can focus on being present and getting as much value as possible. For now, we're throwing in the premium networking lunch. This could be sold out by the time you hit this page. So if this is still shown, we still have spots. But as soon as that's all full, because we only have, I think, a few hundred for that, and we haven't been offering for this for very long and can't keep offering it. So this is going to be sold out very quickly, maybe by the time you see this. If not, grab your spot. You're going to get a SellerCon t-shirt, notebook, and pin. You're going to get free 3 months access to the Amazing Academy membership, where we have lots of training and content on how to build your e-commerce business and how to grow sales on Shopify and Amazon, depending on where you're starting. And you also get this, but we are going even better. So I'm going to jump down here to the bottom just because of that. So Mike is also president of Zoof, which is a software tool that we own. He's throwing in 6 months free of the highest level access to Zoof, which is an Amazon automation software. Great for product research, keyword research. I use it every single day to check the stats in my e-commerce business because it allows you to have Shopify and Amazon all together. That's valued at $1,100. I'm also throwing in what I call the Shopify scaling bundle. It includes the off Amazon sales machine, showing how I built, now it's up to almost $3 million a month, direct to consumer brand. We sold that course for $2,000. You're getting the elevated entrepreneur mindset course that I personally created. At the end of the day, I think mindset and emotions is about 70% of what it takes to succeed in business, because you're going to get all the strategies you need at SellerCon, but now this will help you actually go implement them every single day while you're building your business. And if you're just starting out, you've got an Amazon sales channel, for example, but you don't sell much on Shopify yet, you'll also get the first $1,000 on Shopify course that I created to help you make that transition from Amazon to Shopify. If you add up all this plus Ezra's bonus, easily over $5,000. So go to go.sellercon.com or click the link above or below this video. Grab your spot at SellerCon so you can see me, Ezra, and 20 plus other e-commerce experts this June live and in person in Austin. So do that right now while these bonuses are available, because pretty soon we're going to pull them off the shelves. And so go to go.sellercon.com, grab your spot, and I'll see you at SellerCon.